She had everything money could buy, but the one thing she needed couldn't be ordered, earned, or inherited. Every morning, Eleanor slipped on her silk robe, walked barefoot through marble hallways, and brewed the same imported coffee in a silent kitchen. Her penthouse overlooked the entire city, skyscrapers, bridges, all of it, but she hadn't watched a sunrise with anyone in years. People called her lucky. The papers called her powerful. But behind the tinted windows and elegant heels, Eleanor's life was hollow. She hadn't spoken to her sister in 5 years. Her parents were gone. And the friends she had? They all came with invoices, not invitations. The only voice she heard consistently belonged to Marie, her housekeeper, and even she was paid by the hour. It wasn't always like this. Before her tech company exploded, before investors called her a genius, Eleanor was just a girl with a big idea and a tiny apartment. Back then, she laughed loud. She burned toast. She cried over sitcoms. Now? She attended galas where people smiled with their teeth, not their eyes. She sat at dinners where no one asked, "How are you, really?" Until one night, she saw something that stopped her cold. A young couple outside a diner, sharing one milkshake, holding hands, laughing like the world didn't exist. She didn't envy the milkshake. She envied the noise, the messy, ordinary magic of not being alone. That's when she knew. She was rich in everything except what mattered most. That night, Eleanor sat by her massive floor-to-ceiling window, staring at the city lights below. She could buy buildings, entire blocks even, but she couldn't buy someone to miss her when she wasn't home. Her phone buzzed. It was another event invite, black tie, champagne. The usual. She pressed decline. Then, on impulse, she opened her old social media account, the one she hadn't touched since before her company went public. A photo popped up in her memories. Her, in jeans and a messy bun, laughing with her best friend Lila in a cramped college dorm room, 2 mugs of instant noodles in their hands. Lila. They hadn't spoken since Eleanor missed her wedding. She'd been too busy closing a funding round. That excuse felt even cheaper now than it did then. Without thinking, Eleanor found Lila's number and sent a simple message. "I don't expect you to respond, but I just wanted to say, I miss you. And I'm sorry." She stared at the screen for 10 minutes. Nothing. Then her phone dinged. "You're still my best friend. Come over." Tears welled up, unexpected and quiet. The kind she hadn't cried in years. The kind that meant something was healing. She didn't grab her purse or call her driver. She just changed into sneakers, tied her hair back, and ran. Down 36 floors, into the street, and toward the only thing she couldn't afford to lose again. Lila opened the door in an oversized hoodie, mascara smudged, hair in a bun, but her smile was the warmest thing Eleanor had seen in years. They didn't speak at first. They just hugged. And for the first time in forever, Eleanor felt human. Inside, the apartment was small but alive. Dishes in the sink, a candle burning low, music playing softly in the background. It smelled like cinnamon and takeout. Messy, real, comforting. They sat on the couch, knees tucked under them like they were back in college. "I thought you forgot me," Lila said gently. "I forgot myself," Eleanor whispered. "I had so many people around me, but I've never felt so alone." Lila didn't say, "I told you so." She just passed her a bowl of popcorn and smiled. "Then let's start again." They laughed, cried a little, and stayed up past midnight. No champagne, no speeches, no titles. Just 2 friends who remembered who they used to be. When Eleanor finally stood to leave, she paused at the door. "Do you think we could make this regular?" Lila grinned. "Only if you bring the bad popcorn next time and wear those ridiculous pajamas you loved." Eleanor smiled wider than she had in years. Deal. In the weeks that followed, Eleanor's life began to quietly shift. She still signed deals, still ran board meetings. But now, every Tuesday night, she was just Ellie, curled up on Lila's couch with mismatched socks and microwave dinners. She started reaching out to people she'd lost along the way, not with press releases, but with apologies. Honest ones. She joined a local book club under a fake name. No one cared about her net worth, only whether she finished the chapters. She even signed up to volunteer at a shelter downtown, where a little girl once looked up at her and said, "You remind me of a princess, but one that looks sad." Eleanor knelt down and hugged her. "Not anymore," she whispered. Her mansion still echoed. But now the echo came after long phone calls, belly laughs, and the clatter of new friends visiting for game night. She had millions in the bank. But now she had richness in her life. And the girl who once had everything except love finally learned that the most valuable thing in the world is being missed when you leave the room. If you know someone who seems to have it all, check in on them. Share this story to remind everyone that even the richest hearts can be the loneliest.